show. Yeah, that's right. Welcome in, welcome back, folks, we need to take a deeper look at Notre Dame in road games because something's bugging me about an edition of the Always Irish Show. As always, you can find the program on YouTube. Do hit subscribe if you haven't yet. Appreciate it very much. Give the video a thumbs up. That helps Johnny out as well. Notifications on that way. You alerted every time a new episode drops. I know you don't want to miss it. Twitter, search bar Always Irish Rat. Always Irish Inc. Emails alwaysirishnd@gmail.com. Audio only, anywhere you want it, you can get it if you don't want to see Johnny's face. I don't blame you for that. Call-in lines, 312-988-15. You call, tell Johnny all you've heard and seen. Instagram, Facebook, Always Irish Inc., USA Today, Fighting Irish Wire. Read all about it, patreon.com/alwaysirish. Former captain and myself. Find a paywall. What could go wrong? Thank you to everybody that's joined. We're having a good time over there. All right. So, like we've been talking about, we're in a little weird part of the college football calendar here in between, the end of the season, but spring ball hasn't started and it's winter. All you got is you and your Notre Dame thoughts in your mind. I know that's dangerous, especially for me. But it really is a good time to think when there's not a lot of all these moving parts. But when I think, I get in trouble. You guys know that. You've been around here long enough. It's a dangerous thing. Here's what's been on my mind bugging me. And I don't know why, but this was on my mind the whole time I was in Florida too. It was just bugging the hell out of me. Notre Dame was not properly ready to play on the road most of the year. And I'm having a hard time accepting that and letting it go. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's bugging me. Now, obviously, Louisville and Clemson are the jump out ones because you lost those games. Duke was a struggle bus. NC State, you started slow. Stanford, you started slow. And you lost Louisville and Clemson. But we seem to play so much better to start games at home. And it just leaves me wondering what went wrong and why we weren't prepared. If it was just one game or whatever, it's not a trend that I'm worried about. But it was almost every away game started iffy. And when it's that stark home away splits, there's something to it. And it's bugging the hell out of me. I just want to know what the difference is. Why we didn't appear looking interested and prepared to start these games. Was it just mental? Were you physically tired? Do they need to adjust their travel plans for these games? Were you just tired? Did you not have proper leadership from the players? Like holding guys accountable in the moment? Where's the coach's responsibility in this? For both not having them ready and also not recognizing the trend of whatever you were doing that kept having them not be ready. I just can't make it make sense to me that we played so clearly better at home. And it was more than just one or two games, almost every road game. I want to know why. It's bothersome. It's worrisome to somebody like me. Going on the road is a war mission. Destruction should be on your mind on that plane. And eagerness to ruin people's days, to fill up whatever stadium you're going to, wearing whatever color that is of their people. You should be on that plane wanting little kids to be crying because you ruin their day by beating that kid's team's ass at their home. You should be so excited to go on the road to make 100,000 people that want you to fail miserable. That is the ultimate motivation to me. Wanting to have an opportunity to embarrass a team in front of their own people. What could be better than that? What could be better than that opportunity to ruin 100,000 other people's day? I love it. Like the mental side of that, I love. The idea of being in that plane and going to war and getting ready for that battle. But that's how you got to look at road games. I am thrilled for the opportunity to go in here and ruin all these people's day and piss them off. There is none of this Brian Kelly stuff. Oh my God, oh, I'm scared of the road environment. It's too loud and scary, and somebody threw a beer bottle at the bus. Ooh, I'm scared to play now. None of that bullshit. I want to let this go, but I just can't. When there's a trend, there's something here that's got to be adjusted. Somebody else has got to be looking at this, not just me. There's a trend. Something has to be adjusted here, but I'm just not sure what it is. I'm being honest with you. I don't know what it is. But something caused us not to play our best and crisp and ready and sharp early in all those games. And you know what the answer ain't? The answer isn't, oh, you were playing elite teams and you had no physical chance. No. No. That's out. There is not one of these games I'm referencing that we started slow where we were just out-bullied by their talent. That was not the case. It's just not. And so that's what's telling me there's other things in play. Because that talent, it wasn't a talent issue. It wasn't a talent issue. And so I'm just saying something needs to be adjusted here. I just don't know what it is. But that trend line upsets me. And oh, by the way, you're going to the SEC to play probably a road night game week 1 next year. You can see why this is top of mind and relevant to old Johnny boy here. In all these games I mentioned, some we won, some we lost. But even in the ones we lost, Notre Dame tried to wake up and come back. It's not like they played sleepwalking the whole game. Even the games we lost, they tried to fight back. But the reality is, it's just too damn hard to just pick it up a quarter and a half or a half in a hostile road environment where everybody hates you and it would make their year to beat you. That's too much to ask anybody. It's too much to ask. You're not going to be able to sleepwalk like that and get away with it every time. You might sometimes, but not all the time. You got to come ready to go. So I'll be honest, this has been annoying me a lot, and I need Marcus to really analyze it, take a look at all of this. The physical preparedness for what they're doing, the mental stuff, the emotional stuff. Like, I don't know, but Marcus has got to have a better pulse of his team or the prep or the leadership, the player leadership needs to be strong. Maybe a blend of all these things. I'm not saying I have all the answers because I don't have all the information. I'm not behind the scenes. But I could identify an issue. I can admit I don't have all the answers. I'm just saying this was a trend and it's got to end. Because you open up in the SEC on the road next year. And so I can't pinpoint the issue. But when it's not talent, that tells me it's something you're not doing or you're doing wrong when it's not talent is the reason. There's something else going on here with the mental and emotional and physical preparedness that is askew. There's no other reason, unless you just tell me we flew there and I'm tired. But I'm sorry. You got to find a better way to navigate these road games. And maybe this is all in my mind just because I know Texas A&M is first up and all that. So maybe that's why it's in my mind. But Marcus has got to figure this out, because it kind of happened most of the year. And it was disturbing, and it kind of tanked the year, to be honest with you. It's got to get fixed. Let me know what you think the reason is and the solution. Give it to me.